Just to give people in other countries an example of what job descriptions in America look like. We were
Everyone else is looking for a job right now. I feel your pain. It's, I never thought.
And I thought it was the UK that was on its arse. Seems like these Americans are really fucking struggling with the cost of living crisis.
This job market is way worse than you actually think. Like, if you're not actually in this market looking for a job, I truly don't think you know what it's like.
Imagine looking for a job is like looking for a needle in a haystack, but the haystack is on fire. That's how tough it is to find a good job right now. Let's watch people share their struggle on TikTok.
This job market is way worse than you actually think. Like, if you're not actually in this market looking for a job, I truly don't think you know what it's like. It's brutal. Like, people are like, oh, unemployment is low. There's so many jobs being posted every single day. And yes, there are so many jobs being posted every day, but like, majority of those are just ghost jobs that don't really even exist. Companies will just post these jobs to post them, either for tax reasons or to gauge interest, but they have no intention of hiring. Like, I've been unemployed for 6 months and I have applied to so many jobs, like so many jobs. And I've heard back only from a handful of those. Either I'm ghosted through the process or I just don't get the job. And it's like, when I do hear back and I'm interviewing, these interviews last for so many rounds. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7, including case studies and presentations for the case studies. I've gone down to the final round so many times, and it always comes down to like me and a couple of other people or another person. And it's just so competitive out there. Like, I've invested months of my time in a company only to get rejected. It's such a frustrating process. Like, I have over 6 years of work experience and I have a degree, and it's just brutal out here. And when people say, oh, the market's not actually as bad as people are saying, like, no, you're clearly not looking for a job and you're not going through this process.
Everyone else is looking for a job right now. I feel your pain. It's, I never thought I would be 36 years old with, two undergraduate degree from a UC school and a master's degree and legitimately unemployable. Yes, I slowed down my career in real estate the last 6 years to raise my kids, and that seems like I'm now, like, it doesn't matter. And I know that I took time off and that's on me, but it shouldn't mean that I can't even get a job anywhere. Like, why did I go to school? Why did I try so hard through high school to get into a good college? And then I worked my ass off in graduate school because I really enjoyed what I was finally learning, and basically all to be told, like, I should have done something else. And I'm, like, unemployable. It's just really, it's really depressing. And,
people are always saying that the average American makes $45,000 a year. Where does the average American work? I want to make $45,000 a year. Are you kidding me? The most I have ever made is $30,000 in a year. Where are these people working that they're making $45,000? Like, don't just tell me that they're making $45,000 a year. Where do they work? Is their job hiring? I need more details. Like, where are they getting these numbers from? I don't think I know anybody in my life who is making $45,000 a year. Like, that is insane. I think that's like the average, only because like there's literal billionaires who are making like so much in a year that like regular people, they're like, oh, the average is 45,000. The average person, I would say, probably makes like 30,000, like 35,000. Like, you're not making $45,000 an hour on like a $15 an hour fast food salary. Like, where are the people who are making $45,000 a year? Where are they working? Are they hiring? Tell me that, America!
Okay, so 6.6 million Americans filed for unemployment this week. Now, if you break that down, there's about 326 million Americans, 100 million of which are the workforce. That just took the unemployment rate and put it higher than it has ever been in my lifetime and your lifetime, assuming that you're, I don't know, less than 30, 40 years old. Now, also, if it continues going in the direction it's going, the unemployment rate will be higher than it was during the Great Depression. Guys, wake up. This is not the time to be buying toilet paper. Look at the brick and mortar jobs. Look at the regular infrastructure. It's tanking, it's crumbling, it is going away. You have to focus on cash flow. So don't rely on your employer. Don't rely on the government to bail you out, even though they're doing these loans and stuff. You need to put your income back in your control. What skills do you have right now that you can form a business around and get paid to do? That's what you need to start doing.
Hi guys, I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store, bought 10 items, and it was $80 freaking already. I literally have $10 left on my account. The fuck? So a little backstory. I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews. And still nothing. Like, what the fuck is going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here. Like, I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I'm gonna keep showing up. But man, my bills are not going to wait.
Just to give people in other countries an example of what job descriptions in America look like. We work hard, not because we have to, but because we want to. We don't expect you to work 24/7, but you are expected to do what needs to be done to move the needle in your role. If you're selected to work with us, you're not accepting a 9-to-5 punch in, punch out job. And we certainly are not a company where you'd expect to completely disconnect every weekend, especially if clients or team members are counting on you to keep the ball rolling. Although we encourage setting boundaries and creating space to relax and recharge. When you love what you do, you don't need to escape from work. Doing what you love feels like a vacation. And when you do have some time off, you're still thinking about your work because you're obsessed with it in a healthy way. What the fuck about that is healthy?
Listen, let's talk about something today, y'all. Normally I'm on YouTube with my videos, but I've decided to come over to TikTok and share some of my videos over here. So anyway, one thing I want to talk to you guys about today is the fact that there are no jobs in America right now. Like, they're saying that there are all these jobs. Trust me, there are no jobs. Okay? The only people getting hired for jobs are, excuse my French, migrants, aka the illegal kind, and felons, okay? Because they have to hire felons. Like, it's legally, they have to hire felons now. Also, with migrants, it's much cheaper to hire migrants for labor than it is to hire someone like myself. But I've been looking for a job. Many people that I know have been looking for a job. There is a labor shortage. They keep saying that there are all these crazy jobs in America and everybody's doing so well. Like, no. There's not a whole bunch of jobs in America. Why do you think everybody's selling feet pics and doing OnlyFans, okay? I myself even do OF. Like, because at this point, it's like, OnlyFans or be homeless. Like, there's really no other option, especially when you're a single parent, you're a single mom, you got priorities. And when I say single moms, like, I have a kid whose father is not in the picture, so I have to provide all of the needs for my child. And I don't have anybody to watch my kid. I mean, during the day they go to school. Yeah, so I've been trying to look for a job during the day where I could work during the daytime, okay? Because I'm not going to just put my kid off on someone else. You know, if you're not her dad at the end of the day, I'm not going to put her off on you. I'm not going to ask my parents to watch my kid or anything like that. So my kid does go to school during the daytime. Now, when my kid isn't in school, which is from the late afternoon throughout the evening, those are the hours that they want you to work. I've been trying to find a job and I'm telling them I'm available 7 days a week during the day. And I'm still not finding anything. They're looking for somebody who can close, who can work nights, who can be on call, who can work every weekend. And if you have kids at home, it's almost impossible for you to do that unless you have like a full-time nanny or somebody who lives with you who can take care of the kids. Now, I have an older kid, but I'm not the type of mom to push my older kid to watch my kids for me because that makes kids very resentful. And quite frankly, I resent not having a life growing up sometimes because I had to watch my younger siblings a lot. So, therefore, plus I have an older son. Like, boys are not, I don't trust boys with babysitting small children. Like, that's just irresponsible. They like to do shit and be all over the place. Excuse my language. But they like to be all over the place doing things and playing video games and on their phone and TikToking with their friends and everything else and not paying attention to the kids. So, therefore, I've been unable to find a job. Many people that I know, unable to find a job. So it's just very frustrating because especially when you see people who are here that have many people living in their households and who can work any hours of the day and night for less than what they would pay a American citizen. And it's just like very frustrating. Like, I'm not mad at the people who own the corporations because they're just trying to get in where they fit in. I heard something that scared me. But yeah, they're just trying to get in where they fit in. You know, they're trying to save money and make the best of their opportunities. But for the people like me, for the average American citizen who didn't already have a job when this big explosion came, it's like, what are we to do? How are we to feed our families? Like, can you relate or no?
I just spent the last hour looking up health insurance plans, and I literally have to go to sleep to reset my brain. It just re-stressed me out. Am I surprised living in America? Absolutely not. This is just the first time I've inquired out employment. First of all, the Cobra plan or whatever the company offers if you want to stay covered after separation is absolutely insane. Individual, 900 and that's a month. I'm sorry, I'm unemployed. How can I afford that? One inquiry online. Now my phone is being blown up every 2 seconds from telemarketers. And after taking a call from someone from my current healthcare plan, the cheapest quote is $486 a month. Like, between that, not being able to have any interviews or any jobs, especially with this lawsuit, I just need to take a nap and reset. America is too much for me right now.
So if you live in the United States right now, you understand that we're going through a job market disaster, a fucking crisis. But I'm about to expose everyone. So starting with if you're a hiring manager or you're in hiring practices, fuck you. And secondly, I'm exposing companies and the games that they're playing from personal experience. So this will be one of my only videos today because so far I'm 1,600 job applications in. And once I post this video, I'm going to go apply for another few hundred. And this is what's going on. So first and foremost, these companies are saying that they're urgently hiring, but yet they're rejecting everyone. And then they're reposting the job that they're urgently hiring for like a month or two later. What's up with that? Genuinely, there's been theories and comments that I've had saying that it's because companies are getting paid to do this, that they're profiting from it. I don't understand how, but just a theory. But my question is why? And second, another thing I'm going to expose is what these companies are doing is they're sending you through, I can't even begin to tell you the amount of times where they'll have you for an initial interview. So I passed the first round, right? Passed the second round, passed the third round. I'm like 2 weeks in to a company, like in their interview process. I'm at like interview number 4. And then they just go, yeah, sorry, no. Or they don't even get back to me at all. I shit you not. There have been multiple companies where I'm going to like the 4th round of interviews and then they just never get back to me ever again. I'm like, what the hell, right? So out of the 1,600 jobs I've applied to, I've had one salary job offer that was around $41,000 a year to sell phones in Costco. I rejected that job offer. I turned that down. And I've been offered 3 1099 positions, which means I don't get paid hourly or salary. I just get paid on if I can make a sale. The other thousands of jobs that I've applied to, I've either been rejected or been played with through the interview process or just never heard back from. So it's fucking crazy. Another thing I'm going to expose is college education. They don't seem to care at all that I have a business degree applying for marketing or management, any of these roles. All they care about is your work experience. So if you're currently in college and you're seeing this as maybe a sign to drop out, do it. Do it. Not financial advice, but do it. I'm in my last semester of college, and if I would have known, going back what I know now, I probably wouldn't have gone through 4 years of college. Just being honest. And finally, for those of you saying, oh, you're not doing the right processes or steps, fuck you. Because me and thousands of other people are literally trying everything. From applying online, to calling companies, to going to job fairs, to I literally go from business to business. For minimum wage jobs. And I give out my resume and I talk to the manager and they go, oh yeah, well, either we're not hiring right now or they're like, oh yeah, you seem like a nice guy. Put in your application online. So I do that, get rejected. I'm not applying for over 6-figure jobs. I'm applying for minimum wage positions. Fuck!